There it goes. We're on.
Now we're okay, but it isn't like.
Everybody, please.
Put your gavel on.
Oh. Yes, we're on. Good evening, everyone. This is the planning board meeting for June 1st, officially known as the beginning of Black Fly season. Our first agenda item is for Emmett Taylor at 75 Christian Hill Road. He'd like to do medical marijuana growing at home. It's a public hearing. So Emmett, if you'd like to come up and just tell everybody what you're doing, and then we'll open it up to anyone who wants to ask you something.
I have a small residential cultivation facility in my backyard. My practices are as ethical as they can be and compliant with all the state's measures and laws that are in place. My goal is really just so I can work at home, be available for my family, and just kind of offer a clean, healthy product that can serve its purposes for medical purposes on the market. Yeah, I come from a background of local agriculture and community and knowing your farmer, and in specifically this industry, it has been taken over by a lot of big entities, and I like being a small guy and representing what I do. I work alone, and so I try to grow to the best possible quality and cleanest possible quality that I can.
Okay, and what I'm gonna do is ask if there's anyone out here that would like to ask you any questions. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Nair? Bonnie, if you'd like to. You can just stay there, Emmett, just let her get to the podium, but you don't even need to.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Bonnie Lord Laughlin. I was, there was a public site walk for Mr. Naylor's property a few days ago, and I did go on that. And when I was there, I saw, you showed us that you were growing your plants indoors. Mm-hmm. And I started thinking about it later, and it just, I wondered whether when you do grow medical marijuana, does one grow it inside all the time? I just don't know. Or do people also grow it outside? And have you made the choice to grow yours inside? Or did I miss that there's a whole lot outside also?
Just to answer one of her questions, or to partially, is that I think all of the growth ones that we have had before us have been inside growth. But I'll let him answer the question.
Yeah, so I opt to grow mine indoor, and the reason for that, I could spend hours talking about all of this. I'll spare you. There's more controls I have in place with that. When growing outdoors, especially when growing a product that is either consumed as an edible or inhaled, outdoors there's a lot more yeast, molds, which is really almost impossible to completely mitigate. Indoor, I have carbon filter fans, I have all my HVAC systems have like Pura filters in them, carbon filtration, and so that way, as much as I love growing in the outdoors, for other vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, when it comes to something being consumed in that way or concentrated for like an edible or something, to really obtain the purity that you really want for the end result, you want to have it in a controlled vacuum. So,
So yours will be indoors?
Mine will be indoors, yes, yeah.
Yes, Bob.
Trying to put a couple of things together there. So would that mean that if it's being grown indoors, would that eliminate whether there were ever an odor that would be emanating into the neighborhood from anything to do with the processing of it? Or might there still be a bit of an odor?
To say 100% no odor, as far as like I have a neighbor here sitting behind you. I would be surprised if he's ever caught, and it is an odorous plant, but with the carbon filters that I have inside that facility, nothing would really come out of there. Maybe on a harvest day because things are moving around a little bit more, which kind of knocks stuff up a little bit. But I mean, like when you were there, like that's about as smelly as it gets. So I don't know if you caught, but that's relatively that's how I like it to be. I mean, my goal too with this, with it being at my home residence, I don't want it to be broadcast of, I like kind of how I operate. Once again, why I don't have I don't even think it's allowed to have a retail space, but I would never have any retail components there because of the fact that it's my home and, I like to keep it kind of.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions? Yes, ma'am. If you could come to the podium and state your name and address, please. And if you could direct your answers more, I know you're, want the public to hear, but if you could sort of speak forward, it would be helpful.
My name is Gloria Colby, and I own property on Christian Hill Road.
Are you a neighbor and a butter? Just, I'm curious.
Not directly a butter,
Okay,
but
you're on Christian Hill Road.
not far. So my concern, one question is, how many plants is he going to be allowed to have? Is there a limit, or can he just have whatever he wants?
There is no limit that I'm aware of. It is allowed by the state. Recreational marijuana, the local planning boards or whatever authority can regulate it more, but when it's medical marijuana, it's regulated by the state.
Do you know what the state allows?
Probably Mr. Naylor does.
So my license allows for a canopy size space. So when it comes to cultivation, these plants grow to the size pot that they're in. So it used to be by plant count, which was 36 plants, I think, when they originally allowed medical marijuana in the state. They have since switched that because with 36 plants, in theory, I could grow in 500-gallon pots and they would have no control of how big the plants could get. Go ahead.
So what's the area that you're going to have?
It's 250 square feet, so it's probably.
It's in the building.
It's all inside the building,
Yeah,
completely contained. It's probably about twice the size of this table relatively.
Yeah, it's not huge.
Yeah, it's very.
my concern is property values in the area. I was notified because I'm within, I think, 500 feet?
Or whatever. We're glad you're here, so I would just,
Yeah. So I'm concerned about the property values. I mean,
I think maybe you should have gone on a site walk. He has a very, very small building that he's producing, all very neat business. I don't see any problem.
the smell,
Well, you have a filter in that, don't you?
but that still smells.
You
can smell
don't,
it.
you do
Outside,
not,
you
you
can
don't
smell
smell it
anything.
until you get inside the building at all.
Okay.
yeah, we didn't, I didn't anyway.
I could smell it
Those are my
once I was
concerns.
inside, but outside, not at all.
No.
Like when he said, when he's cultivating, that creates more.
Well, that's not a very long process, so that's
When I'm
a
harvesting, yeah.
short
Yeah.
period of harvesting time, yeah.
So those are my concerns.
Okay,
That's it.
I appreciate it, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to address Mr. Naylor? If not, we'll close the public hearing. And anyone on the planning board have any questions for him? No? Okay, what will happen is that we have a couple of other agenda items. Our next one is in about 10 minutes, as far as the agenda is concerned, but before the end of the evening, we will be voting. And if there are any restrictions, or conditions, we'll put them into the vote. And then I write a notice of decision, and I send it to you and to the select board, and it's in the files, it's the code officer's files and in our files, if anyone wants to see it.
Is that something, will it be mailed to me?
Yes. Yes, yeah, I have 10 days to do it, and I'm busy tomorrow, I know, and I have another one that I have to write, so I hope to have them both written by Friday.
Okay.
Okay,
I
any questions that you have for us?
don't Nothing, could I, if something does come up question-wise, could I ask you to follow?
You can call Craig, sure.
Okay, and then I do have a letter from another neighbor,
Would you leave it here with us,
if you
please?
guys would like to.
Yeah,
I made, I think, enough copies.
Okay.
Right there.
all right, and I will read this for the
Yep.
record, so.
Okay.
One for you and one for Donna. I'll take them. Samantha Bellavance at 78 Christian Hill Road. She writes, subject is support for Emmett project at 75 Christian Hill Road, Limington, Maine. I am writing this letter in support of my neighbor Emmett, located at 75 Christian Hill Road, Limington, Maine, 04049. I am the owner of 78 Christian Hill Road, Limington, which is across from their property. I am aware of Emmett's cannabis grow. I am writing to confirm the grow activities have never caused a nuisance to my household. I have not experienced any issues with odor, pollution, or increased traffic. The property is maintained and are courteous neighbors who are mindful of others. I support their grow and believe they are a positive member of our neighborhood and community. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Sincerely, Samantha Bellavance. Thank you very much. Okay. Why don't we do the minutes of May 18th? I had mine are pretty simple, actually. Under those, on the first page, first paragraph that starts with Thomas Stanhope came forward.
Yep.
The second sentence, you start Thomas Stanhope referred. I would just say he referred because you already named him in the first sentence, but that's picky. On the very last sentence, which is at the bottom of the page, the word hearing should be lowercase. These are really tough ones. On the second page, you can remove the sentence, take out the Jake Smith sentence. I don't think that needs to be in there.
Oh, that's a review of the minutes of the previous meeting.
Oh,
That paragraph right there.
yeah.
Those are the changes. And in that,
Oh,
you said throw it
understand.
out.
Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, I still don't think it's necessary.
Okay,
to
well, I'll take
put
it,
that in
let me
there. I
take it
mean,
right
nobody-
out then.
That'll only make.
Nobody really knows what it means.
Right. And then the next line down, referring to Bob Gervais, it should be just an apostrophe after his name with no
Oh, you're right.
S. And
Good catch. I'd be stupid if that were.
the page 3, we're talking about the Limington Estates with Mr. Thorne and Mr. Parker. You had the date as a public hearing will be held June
You're on
1st.
page 3?
Yeah.
What paragraph?
The-
Oh, the top of the page?
And the second paragraph starts, a site walk was scheduled.
Yeah,
And a public hearing will be held June 1st.
yep.
The site walk wasn't April 28th, it was just the other day. I think that was, wasn't it?
It was May 28th.
May
It's
28th.
just the
May
wrong
20.
month.
Wow, I've
Yeah.
missed a whole
And the
month.
public hearing will be June 15th, which is at our next meeting. Then, you okay, ready? On page 4,
Yep.
the very first paragraph, you have like a blank there.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly what you were talking about, where that went
That's
at the
okay.
farm.
Okay, that's fine. So how about saying, and you guys correct if you think it should be different, location, this is referring to the location of the manure container. Location will be on the front right side of the barn. That makes sense to you all?
Yep.
Yes.
So in the next line down that starts Chair Foley, the word from, it should read, Chair Foley read a letter she received from Mr. and Mrs. Lord.
Give me that letter to put with the minutes, cause I
If you
couldn't,
don't have it, I'll get it for you.
I couldn't find one.
And still on the same page, going down to now the, going through the ABCD thing.
Yep.
Under I, provisions for buffer strips. The answer was, it is addressed and location of trailer placement is agreed upon. You should add, there shall be, this is a new sentence, there shall be a gate in front of the container. And I don't know whether you want to say a solid gate, you don't want a mesh gate, it's to make it less obvious from the street, so perhaps a solid gate, what would you say? Would you just say a gate, because they know what they're gonna put there and it is so? Okay, all right, yep, fine. So now under K, the use will not result.
I couldn't quite hear completely how Craig answered that.
Yeah, that's okay, it says the answer, it will not. Then it's 2 rows of erosion control fencing shall, not should be, shall be installed. And then the next sentence, owners will bring in stone dust. It's not stone dust, what is it called? Stone, is there a name for, where they were gonna fill in the muddy areas?
Crushed gravel,
What?
crushed gravel.
Crushed gravel. Instead of stone dust, say crushed gravel. And then on the last, you okay, ready? On the last page,
Whoops. Uh-oh, I don't think I got the last page.
the other, starts Tammy Ramsdale.
I don't even have the last page.
So do I.
You don't? No? Really? Yeah, okay. Well, here, no, this one doesn't have the last.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I will give you mine.
Does yours
then.
got page 5? No.
This one came off my computer, so it states, Tammy Ramsdale, Select Board member, sent an email to Joyce and she read the note to the board members. It referred to trailers on South Road and fire protection. Foley drove South Road today and did not see any eyesores. That is not true.
Oh, really?
So I will give you the correction, which would read, Foley drove South Road today and saw 2 properties that were not in good condition. The one at the end of the road resembled a junkyard. So I will give you this language and you can take it here. And then it just goes on to say, Bob Gervais made a motion to adjourn, Grace David seconded the motion. All in favor, and the motion carried. The meeting adjourned at 8:30. These minutes were taken and prepared by Donna Sawyer, Secretary to the Planning Board. So if you have trouble reading that, just let me know. Okay?
I can read that.
Any other corrections?
I've got a few.
Bob has some
Two or
corrections.
3 anyway. Under the,
What page?
this is on the first page.
Page 1, back
Now, I
to page.
printed this off at home, so my font is different. So if I say
okay.
page 2, then it may be your page 3. But anyway, it's under the public hearing to build shed expansion, et cetera.
Okay.
And the 3rd paragraph down, it starts with Bob Gervais asked how many bedrooms. The second sentence, Bob Gervais asked how the applicant would address a 4th bedroom. The question was how he would address the septic system.
So it would read it.
Right.
Asked how the
So
applicant,
what I thought would work here without having to reinvent the wheel is, Bob Gervais asked how the applicant would address a 4th bedroom regarding septic system capacity. I think if you just add
Address a
regarding
4th
septic system
bedroom.
capacity. and-
regarding, at the very end of the sentence,
Yeah.
regarding septic system capacity.
Yeah, and I think that'll clarify that.
Don't I have in there that there was going to be a new chamber?
The next sentence says, Mr. Stanhope said he is adding a new chamber to the existing
Right,
system.
and then he goes on to do
Yeah,
that, but
yeah,
that was
okay.
really.
Okay, so you want that, a fourth bedroom regarding the septic system?
Septic system capacity.
Capacity, okay.
Capacity. Another one?
Yeah, I've got it on my page too. I don't know where it is on yours, but it's under the heading of final subdivision plan,
Yep.
Limington Estates.
That starts,
The very first paragraph, second sentence.
which starts with
first-
first report received?
Yeah, first report received is the nitrite assessment that looks at what the impact of the, you've got affluent.
Affluent,
You wanna talk
affluent.
about
I missed that
affluent.
one.
Change the A to E.
Oh, it's E?
Yeah,
E.
effluent, yeah, I've missed that one.
Oh, this is, oh yeah, that's a great word.
And
I thought I had the
That's
right
okay.
way, Bob.
All right,
the last one I have is going back to the item D that we just discussed, the placement of the manure cart there. And this is a question for the board. It says must be emptied every 2 weeks maximum. Don't we want to say every 2 weeks minimum?
yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you,
Okay.
yeah.
Definitely.
I guess I looked at it, every 2 weeks it has to be done.
Well, that's okay, just change the maximum to
At the minimum.
That's okay,
That would be
Minimum.
minimum.
yeah.
Hey,
That's all I
where,
got.
what one is that?
The,
D? No.
yeah, it's under D,
It's
Yeah.
under D.
in the answer of D.
Applicant will use a okay, minimum,
Must be emptied every 2 weeks minimum.
okay.
That's it.
Anyone else have corrections? If not, is there a motion to accept the minutes of March 18th as corrected?
I'll make a motion to accept.
Bob made a motion, is there a
But
second?
May 18th. You said March, it's May
May
18th.
18th, that's right.
See, I'm in,
Bob made the motion.
And I'll second
and
that.
Roy second. Okay, thank you. All right, I think we have reached our 1:20 time.
Yep.
And this is the Limington Estates final subdivision plan. Mr. Thorne and Mr. Cody, there's a gentleman here representing them from B2HM. Mr. Lowry, I believe.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Not bad. How about you all? My apologies for not being able to join you on Thursday.
The young man that was there was very, very good.
Good to hear.
Oh, good.
So ultimately, I had sort of come with some notes prepared for the public hearing, but based on your minutes, understand that that's going to be next week?
That's next week, yeah.
Okay.
So this is just for you to show us the final plan, note any changes that have been made,
Yep.
and what we'll do after the public hearing in 2 weeks, whenever the 15th is, we'll vote on the plan. So we need to know of any changes at all that have been made since the preliminary came in.
Well, I think the biggest change that we made was eliminating the shared wells and going to the individual wells. With that, at one point, there was a generator pad right in there, but that won't be necessary. We've added the plantings right up along 25, the evergreen plantings that you all had asked for. Showed an area for the 15,000 gallon cistern. And I think that is the biggest,
I wasn't watching, could you just point out the cistern for me again?
right up in here off of Mildred.
Okay, all right, thank you.
We have received our DOT entrance permit. We've gotten confirmation from the Corps of Engineers that the very small amount of wetland impacts meets their criteria for non-notifying, whatever that may be. And we still are working with the DEP to get their stormwater permit. We haven't had any comments from them since mid-April, I believe it was, responded to them. I think one of that was some tweaks to the construction entrance out here. Nothing really substantive. Some tweaks to the details of the soil filters. And, just where they are overworked and understaffed and underpaid, it's just everything through them seems to take quite a bit of time, so.
So if you haven't gotten it by the public hearing, what we usually do is just put it into the notice of decision that it has to be
Okay,
obtained.
good.
And a copy given to Craig and a copy to the planning board office.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you all handled that. Every town
Generally
is
what we
different,
do.
but I appreciate that. It's helpful, so I don't have to come back out here every couple of weeks.
Sure, good.
On the site walk, we talked about the fact that there would be an HOA that would be overseeing things, and
Yep.
we were wanting to be sure that we would get a copy of the agreement with the HOA as to maintenance of the road, maintenance of septics, and those type of things. Who would be responsible?
Yep, we had summarized some of those comments in an email today to Nick and Cody, so I'm gonna
Okay.
be working with them.
And also, who's going to own the road? Are they gonna ask
Yeah.
for it to be a town road? And didn't we find out, Darryl, that the road didn't meet?
They said that, but the road's 24 feet wide.
It is, but ultimately, if we were to offer this for public, the easement area that we have shown coming up through here could be wider for a public right-of-way. Also, with public right-of-ways, you've got front yard setbacks off of them. So keeping this as private and owned by
By the
condo
HOA.
association
Yep.
is how we proceeded.
Okay, that's how, that was a question we needed.
Yeah, I think the setback issue was a big deal.
Yeah.
You also got substantial
So what's the
septic
setback
pipes
for a
running
property?
Wait a minute, hold on a minute, Bob, what were you saying, Bob?
There's septic pipes running underneath that road as well,
Correct.
so, yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
I like private.
minimizing traffic on it,
Right.
probably smart.
yep.
Bob,
The
Darryl?
front
What is the
setback is 50 feet.
Okay,
And the front of the garage is probably somewhere in the 20 to 25 foot offset to allow a car to park in the driveway as well as one in the garage.
so that's a lot like the village center developments they're doing. where they-
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any other questions, Pete? Do you have any questions? Okay, so if we can have the HOA,
Yep.
we do really want to see that.
Oh, I can understand.
Absolutely.
We'll work with Nick and Cody to get that. We had provided one, but it was preliminary and generic. We'll work to tighten that up and provide it to Craig.
Craig and then,
There'll be an attorney involved in that.
yeah.
Yep.
Is there anything else we need prior to the public hearing? That I think you need?
I think
No, I think the site walk was very
Sidewalk was
No,
helpful.
it
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so another public hearing, 2 weeks
June
from.
15th.
On the 15th? Okay, so
And,
you will be at 7 o'clock
Okay,
on the 15th.
okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty much gone over everything a few times. And the ordinance requires a public hearing. I know you've already had one, but the rationale behind a major subdivision is that if there are any major changes or any changes between the preliminary plan and the final plan, the public has the opportunity to ask questions about it.
Sure.
But we will also probably vote on that night, so you will not only have the public hearing on the 15th, but unless there's some really wild thing that happens, we will vote that night as well.
Okay, looking
Okay.
forward to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Appreciate it.
We have Aaron's final subdivision up next, but Aaron, I'm going to take a little bit out of order here. You're on with 7:45. doubt that there are more people coming, but Mr. Blaze is here, or not Mr. Blaze, Mr. Haskell for Blaze, and he just wants to, is that okay with you? Well, okay. If you can just come up, Matt, and tell us what it is that you are doing differently up on, this is on Dole's Ridge
Yeah.
Road?
Right, so, the sign, I got a sign permit and I submitted it to Burr Signs and they came up with a sign design. And then I sent the design to Craig after I got the permit, and he said that the sign is too big for the current ordinance, but he said that.
You're in a residential
I
district.
guess so, yeah, and so usually when I have sign people, when I hire sign people, they call the town and get all the information and design it to the spec of the town, which they didn't do. But Craig said that it might be possible that I could still get it approved at a town meeting,
It
possibly,
wouldn't be a town meeting.
or not a town meeting, but a select board meeting of some
No,
sort.
it would be a Board of Appeals meeting.
Okay,
So, no, the signs are controlled by what's in the ordinance, which is
Okay.
a zoning ordinance that the planning board deals with.
Okay.
But we are not an authoritative body to give out waivers.
okay.
So if you wanted,
No problem.
if that size of that sign is what you really want to do, then you would have to
I
get.
can be flexible. What is the code? Do you know right off the top of your
Yeah,
head?
hold.
How many square feet it's supposed to be?
50, is it 50 or 60?
Hold on.
It might be 40 something.
Yeah, hold on just.
I think he's got like a commercial business and a residential.
Right, so there's a couple of things to be taken into consideration that the Board of Appeals could,
117, I think.
thank you. So anyway, on 117,
It's on one
I thought you were
seventeen.
talking about
I
the
was
roof.
thinking kind of sign,
117,
square feet, too big.
signs, 117 starts. Okay, it's on 118. It says, guys, let's keep this all together, please. On page 117, it talks about signs for a residential district. And it goes through 4 different types of, whether it's rentals, whether it's real estate, whether it's educational or religious. And then the last one, E, says other non-residential uses may display one non-illuminated sign not exceeding 20 square feet in area. And then you can go on to page 119, where it talks about sign design. And it talks about commercial uses in Limington shall be identified by attractive, legible signs that serve the needs of the individual business, complement the site and the architecture, and are legible to both motorists and pedestrians. All new and replacement signs, which wouldn't apply to you. All new and replacement signs erected within Limington's commercial district shall be designed to meet these standards. So you're sort of at a crossroads. You're a commercial use in a residential zone.
Yeah.
And I don't think, I'd ask the other board members their opinion, but I don't know that we can approve that 20. How big did you say the one you had,
What's
that
the
you
current one
proposed?
on there? I don't
I
even,
think I figured it to be 66 square feet plus the banner that's on the bottom.
I don't know exactly, I'll be honest.
No, it's more than that. He's 120 inches high.
That's the frame.
So we're talking about just the
Well,
sign.
I'm talking about this section right here.
No, no, it's the sign that would, yeah.
Right, this is.
But that's the post, the whole,
No, this is 3 feet, 36 inches to here,
yeah.
and then it's another, oh no, I guess that's the entire thing, so you'd have to subtract that off.
From what this is.
Right.
All we're interested in is what this
Yeah,
black
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, okay.
What I thought was it was 30, and then another 120, it's not, it's 120 total, so you're gonna minus the 36 out. So hold on, I'll give you the square footage here in a second. 120 minus 36. Times 152. Divided by 152. About 82 right now.
82,
Yeah, that's pretty big.
too big. So, and how many, you're only allowed one?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It can be,
Up to 20 square feet.
yeah, And
So they wonder if they had something that was grandfathered there before, because the sign that they had there, would I be grandfathered at all?
There was a sign there, I'm not sure how big that thing was.
It was big,
Was that?
yeah,
Yeah, it was.
more than 20 square feet.
Yeah,
That's what, yeah.
I think
do
there's
remember that.
room for flexibility here with it, you're a commercial business. It's
Okay.
just that, and if the rest of the board disagrees, or Craig disagrees, it's just that I think we have to have a more authoritative, just to cover your
Absolutely.
situation.
Yep.
And you might want to reduce it a little bit. And you might want to find out from the previous owners what the size of the sign was before.
Yeah, I was the one that actually took it down. I'll figure out.
See
what-
how
Yep.
big that thing
Yeah,
was.
that was huge.
Huge.
Doesn't look like yours is a whole lot bigger.
And they had a whole bunch of attachments and all
Yeah,
those things.
So
So is it, would that give me any sort of leeways?
it's a change of use, a change of business, so I'm not sure they would take that into consideration. You can certainly, I would be prepared at the Board of Appeals meeting to bring that up.
Okay.
And if you have a picture, which you have there,
How often do they have those meetings?
they actually schedule them when someone asks for one.
Oh, cool.
So what you would need to do is to contact the front office out
Yeah,
here.
okay.
And they would get in touch with Ken Gardner, or Bev Foss is their secretary.
Ken Gardner.
Kenny Gardner is the,
He does soils testing.
Yes,
Also-
yeah, he
also
did my
the
septic
septic
design.
design.
Exactly, yeah,
he's chair of the Board of Appeals.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, another thing you might do, when I give you that number, I'm looking at your posts here.
yep,
This is 152, but your sign's not.
Yeah,
What I would do is get the exact dimensions of the sign itself.
yeah, that's what they'll be looking for,
Yeah.
And it will be something less than the number I gave you.
okay,
okay?
yeah, so,
And then there were other things.
so if that previous sign was 80 square feet, is it unreasonable to think that I could get something 80 square feet?
That's a Board of Appeals question.
Are any
My
of you on the
guess-
Board of Appeals?
No, we cannot be on dual boards.
Can't do both.
My, if you want a personal opinion,
Yeah.
would be that you could probably get more than what's allowed here, but maybe not as big as what they had. But as Bob said, measure this, the black outline here, which is the
will.
exact
Yeah,
measurement.
the actual sign itself is gonna be something less than the number I gave you, not huge.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, the way it looks here, it doesn't look bad at all, but,
it's a nice looking sign.
It is a nice looking sign.
and we,
And it's also big enough that you can read it while you're
Right.
driving
You're right, that
without
was
having
important
to-
for us, yeah, yeah.
That's, I think, an important
well,
consideration.
and also at Board of Appeals hearings, they send out notice to abutters
Okay,
that are welcome to come, and there's usually a representative from the planning board, there's usually me, but
Okay.
the other board members are certainly
Okay.
welcome to come, and Craig.
okay,
That's
great.
where the representation would be. Now,
do
it's my
that.
understanding, Chip, too, that you've changed, that you want to do.
So there's another change, and I asked the surveyor to get me something to present to you this evening, even if it was just a little photocopy of what we're presenting, but the big, I don't know if you have it in front of you, but on the,
Well, I have your notice of decision here.
yeah, so on the property, there was a big, really large steel building that we were gonna make beer in, and
Right,
I'm gonna shrink that. This is a really, really long story, but the state made some changes into the liquor licensing laws that has affected me tremendously, and I actually had to get rid of 2 of my restaurants this winter because of the change in law. Yeah, over like,
grandfather?
no.
I don't wanna
It's
get
a
into it.
really long story. I'm still in the legislature fighting, paying lawyers and all these different things. So it became really important for me to find a facility that already existed to move to, and to actually, as crazy as this sounds, the state forced me to start making more alcohol to come into compliance with the licenses that I did have left over. So in order for me to license the orchard properly, I have to make more liquor, and I have to make it at 2 locations. So I got rid of 2 of my restaurants, and then I went and bought a winery in Lincolnville. And so now that I make wine and I move my brewery there, then they'll start releasing more liquor licenses to me. It's really bad when we let people make laws that don't know what they're doing. It's really, really bad. And so I don't want to make beer here anymore because it doesn't make sense for me to do that. So what I did is I shrunk the building down to a timber frame barn with there'll be a pavilion next to it, just like a post and beam pavilion for outside seating. And we'll just use the barn for our food and beverage service. And so that way I can go into the winter and continue to serve food and beverage in the winter. There's a high demand for it. I have dozens and dozens of messages from people that are asking about, year-round food and beverage over it. It seems pretty underserved in the area.
Definitely.
And so I'm very motivated to do that. And if you remember correctly, in the steel building before that we got approved, there was a inside beer garden as part of that plan. So essentially just shrinking it down and getting rid of the brewery. I'll probably put a cider press in there at some point so I can press not hard cider, but like fresh cider, make my own fresh cider. Different things like that. Just so it's just a smaller version, which I have no problem coming back and getting more approvals for. They've had to change the size of the septic as well, which I forgot to tell you. So I'll get it finished and then I'll come back and get
Is the septic smaller?
it's gonna be bigger now. Yeah.
Bigger?
Yeah, because because the use has changed to more of a food and beverage focused sort of use, and they want to make sure that it's properly sized. So it's going to be an engineered system, so it's not going to be like a standard system. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that's what the engineer said. We're going to have to switch to what's called an engineered system, so it'll be a
We're
custom.
gonna have appliances like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the notice of decision says that, under the findings of fact, this is the initial stage of development for this property. Further development of a pavilion will be submitted at the appropriate time for a conditional use permit and additional approvals.
Yeah, so there'll be two of them now. There'll be one next to the barn and then there'll be one in the field
Okay.
still, and that wasn't on the original? Wasn't that on the original?
There was one, I believe,
Yeah, it was on the original.
yeah.
Yeah, so we're just gonna add a second one next to the barn. Yep.
okay,
the parking and everything staying the same?
All of it's staying the same. May present some sort of a plan at some point for additional parking, but for now, we'll
I
just.
would suggest if you do that, if you do plan on additional parking at some point in time, that when you submit the plan for this, that you show where it will be so that.
100%.
Instead of having to come back.
Come back again. Good point. Absolutely. Yep. Yes.
Any questions? Any questions?
So I'll call the clerk's office tomorrow and request a Board of Appeals. Is it usually within a couple of weeks or?
I believe so, isn't it?
It's pretty soon.
It's quite soon,
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
yeah, okay,
It's within
Okay.
30 days, they have to let the abutters know.
yeah,
Okay. Great.
That's 10 days.
okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you for coming
Appreciate
in.
it.
We
Nice to see you again. Thank you.
All right, it is,
No, we're right on time.
we're on time for Aaron. So this is the same thing as we just did with VH2M, in that this is the presentation of your final plan, right? And then we'll have a public hearing next week. And by the way, your public hearing will be at 7:30 on the 15th. And so what we're looking for tonight is what's been changed, what new information you have, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, so
I don't have plans. Does everybody have a plan?
You don't have the small one?
No, I can't see it, no.
Here, take this one. I'll shield.
Thank
Bob.
you.
so not a whole lot of changes to the plan. We put the fire pond in lot 7.
Okay, yeah,
We also increased the size of lot 10 and 11 to account for the wetlands, so those won't have to be touched at all.
yeah.
So we just increased the size of both of them and That'll give us a great buildable
Yeah,
area there.
that looks better
That
than
looks
another
much
one,
better.
yeah.
And then the remaining land that we had right off of River Road now became a lot. It was gonna,
Say that one again, please.
so lot 17, right by River Road, right at River Road, that was remaining land prior to
Okay, yep.
this.
That
But
was
now that
what?
got popped into,
It was
This one.
remaining, and now he's made it a lot.
yes.
It's now lot 17. You can see it on the plan.
I also have the engineered
Lot 17.
fire pond,
You have the fire pond engineer,
engineered fire pond, yep.
and the fire chief is,
We had a hydrologist
okay, yep.
come out and
This
Fire
one,
chief, is it aware of it?
so this one.
Street construction, yeah. But I'm asking.
that I'm not aware of.
Huh?
I'm not aware if anyone knows about it yet.
No, you should.
Okay,
Okay,
I can reach out to him.
just show him what information you have.
And then we have I have the hammerhead design in there.
Yeah, where does that show on here, or does it?
It does not.
I see it in here. Where, adjacent to what lot?
It's gonna be.
By 12?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah, something beyond 12?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep,
Well, that makes sense.
yep.
All right, what else? I think that's really all the new information.
Oh, this shows it. Shows it adjacent to lot 14.
Yeah, it shows it right after 14.
Well, that was, it's not,
Yeah, you really need to move that down to,
yeah, it's not gonna be at 14.
Okay, That makes sense to not
When we re-lettered, when we re-lot,
okay,
changed the lot numbers,
okay.
that changed. So it'll be at
Gotcha.
the end of lot 12.
okay.
I'll make sure that he adjusts that in his final
Is this,
plan.
is the road going to be, is this going to be an association? No. Because you're sending
It's hopefully gonna be, once it's completed, it'll become a town road.
a town road, that's what I'm getting to. Okay. And the plans for the road, everybody does them differently, and I'm not an engineer, so I have to look to you, those of you who know how a road design should be laid out. Is this acceptable, what he has here?
It's right here, yes.
Yep. Yeah, it's in this packet here, right? Yep. I have to admit, I leave that up to Darrell, Craig, and Bob, and whoever has better engineering.
Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for Aaron?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Probably on the road. It doesn't say what materials.
I think that's the very last page
does
I
it?
saw
Okay,
it.
all right.
Hang on a second. I did see it somewhere.
All
It
right.
says right here.
Oh, here it is.
Across.
Oh, yeah, this is what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah, okay.
That's the fire pond cross section.
That's the fire pond.
I don't think we have that page. I don't see that page in here.
Right here.
It was in last week's,
That's the last page.
it was in last week's.
No, it's,
It says right here in the 50-foot
oh,
right of way.
I didn't flip the page, sorry.
And construction notes, it says
Yeah.
pavement shall consist of 1.25" surface course and 1 3/4 base course.
Okay, now
It's got a pavement cross slope, and then in that it has 3 inches of pavement, 3 inches of crushed aggregate base, and 18 inches of
There you
base
go. That's what
gravel.
I'm looking for.
This is what he's talking about.
That's a road.
What's there now, do we know?
Gravel.
You don't know how thick it is. So 20 feet with a 3-foot shoulder.
Anybody have any questions? Pete?
Aaron, that fire pond, is that gonna be natural groundwater?
Yes,
Or do you have, is it fed by
it's just natural groundwater.
natural standing water?
Yep. There's a layer of silt at a certain level that will retain the water. When we dug our test hole, the water just started flowing in from some veins.
That water, that's, is it gonna require any treatment, because it's stagnant water,
It shouldn't,
shouldn't?
Well, it's not drinking water.
correct.
Well,
I mean, maybe for some dogs.
Right, no, the fire pond's not gonna be drinking water, so
you
it's
don't
not
want
like,
lily pads and frogs either, so. Or
Well, maybe you do, I don't know.
breeding place for mosquitoes. Okay.
Requirements. as you treat
I would just urge you to run the fire pond past.
Yes, I will definitely do that. I'll definitely talk to you.
And have him, put something in writing for us.
Absolutely. Is he working now? I'll head over.
I haven't a clue. I know he's a busy man, but may as well drive around while you're here. Anything else anyone has for Aaron? Alrighty, then we'll see you at 7:30 on the 15th for the public hearing, and we will probably vote on the floor that night.
Okay, thank you. I'll make sure I have the engineer copies for that as well. And it'll be changed to the lot 12 at the end of
Yes.
that.
Okay.
And anything else that you guys see fit that I should do in advance?
Greg, are you all set?
Yeah, almost up.
Okay,
looks much better.
alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Welcome. Have a good night.
Yep, you too. Okay, now we're going to take up our voting, and the first vote we're going to do is on Emmett Naylor's Kitchen Hill Road marijuana. So. We'll go to page 55, which is standards applicable to a conditional use. And I'll do the usual A through whatever, L. You all set, Donna?
I am set. We're doing Stanhope first.
No, we're doing, Mr.
Naylor.
Naylor.
Okay.
On 75 Christian Hill Road. So A reads, the use will conserve shore cover and visual as well as actual access to water bodies, not applicable. Standard rule, if I go too fast, say so. If I say something wrong, please say so. Or if I want to add something, please say so. So A is not applicable. B, traffic access to the site meets the standards contained in this ordinance, and traffic congestion has been addressed in accordance with the performance standards in this ordinance. Yes. C, the site design is in conformance with all municipal flood hazard protection regulations, not applicable. D, adequate provision for the disposal of all waste, water, and solid waste has been made. I believe that Mr. Naylor said he was composting any leftover plants, is that correct? And will be used in gardening or?
Yeah, raised beds,
Raised beds and,
chicken feed.
okay. Did you get that, Donna?
He's gonna compost.
He'll be composting plants that are disposed of. E, adequate provision for the transportation, storage, and disposal of any hazardous materials has been made, not applicable. F, a stormwater drainage system meeting state standards shall be installed, not applicable. G, adequate provisions to control soil erosion and sedimentation have been made, not applicable. H, there is adequate water supply to meet the demands of the proposed use and for fire protection purposes. Yes. I, the provisions for buffer strips and on-site landscaping provide adequate protection to neighboring properties, including public areas from detrimental features of the development such as noise, glare, fumes, dust, odor, adverse visual impact, and the like. I don't think there's any need for buffer strips because the building is behind his house. There's, as I recall, no immediate houses. You're not going to be lighting the area, so lighting and glare will not be an issue. We've already addressed the odor issue that really is, this is a pretty small operation. We've had much larger ones. You all set, Donna? Mm-hmm. J, all performance standards in this ordinance applicable to the proposed use will be met. Yes. K, the use will not result in unsafe and unhealthful conditions. Correct, it will not. L, the use will not have an adverse impact on natural beauty, historic sites, or rare and irreplaceable natural areas. No, it will not have an adverse impact. Anybody have any other things to add?
But you deliver the product, right? They don't come there and get it? or they-
Yeah, I deliver it. No, my goal is to, like I said, with it being my family home, I want to like essentially not exist.
Any additions anyone wants to make to the notice? Okay, is there a motion to approve Mr. Emmett Naylor's request for a homegrown medical marijuana facility? Darrell made the motion, is that, Bob seconded? All in favor? Okay. So basically, you're set to go. I will write the notice of decision, hopefully by the end of the week, it'll get mailed to you, but you're fine to continue on.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. On another note, when I came for my first meeting.
Oh, you know what?
Completely aside from what I'm doing, you had mentioned you guys were possibly looking for an alternate planning board member.
Are you interested?
I am, yeah.
Please go to the selectman,
Yep.
the town manager, actually. Tomorrow, it's Tuesday, I believe he's in.
Okay.
You might want to just call to make sure, call the front office and.
Are there any qualifications or anything
No,
required?
No,
other
just
than
an interest and the
best
willingness to
interest?
learn.
Okay.
I was alternate for the last 2.5
Okay,
years,
'cause
and
I've-
it was great learning.
Okay,
You know.
that's where I was figured I'd start there.
Alternate's a great place to learn.
Yeah, that's wonderful, we appreciate it.
Well, thank you
Okay.
guys
Nice
very
clean
much.
looking business.
That's the way I like to keep it.
Good.
So,
Yeah,
thank you guys, and I'm an open book,
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Thanks again.
you're welcome.
Now we will vote on Mr. Stanhope, conditional use permit.
That's the house, right?
That is the, out on Powell Lane.
I didn't make that one.
I didn't either.
Oh, I was making notes, neither one of you went.
This is just me. She said she's
Lady
not
next
staying.
to it,
Oh, she left without signing?
Yeah, she said she'll be back on the 15th.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, so we're talking about, you and Joyce didn't go to Stanhope?
no, I didn't go to Stanhope or
No
Frisell.
Joyce and no Pete.
That's what it seems like.
I got Graysdale, Log, and Victoria.
So we'll go through the same process with Mr. Stanhope. I did not go on the sidewalk, so please make sure that you tell me anything that needs to be in the notice of decision. So we'll start, this is for Thomas Stanhope on Powell Lane, wanting to add a garage and to reconstruct and add onto an existing camp that's there.
He's also putting a
And a
small
shed,
shed in
yeah.
there.
And a shed, a small
Three
shed.
things.
Okay,
like the center peak for that.
okay, yep.
Yeah, it's just a movable type shed, mobile.
All righty, we'll start with A. The use will conserve shore cover and visual as well as actual access to water bodies. Yes, it will. Now, are there any specific comments that should be put in there as far as his plan was approved that shows the setbacks that's required? Am I correct there?
Yeah, the only thing I can, where's Craig? Oh, there it is. The only thing I can think of that may or may not be worthy of giving him a decision, but the next door neighbor's driveway is gonna have to be reconfigured one way or another, either forward or behind
Why
the
does the
garage.
neighbor have to reconfigure their driveway?
Because it's off of his land.
Oh, it's on Mr. Stanhope's land?
Correct,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
their only way in is across his land, so that'll need to be redone.
Which, do you know the address of that abutter?
I do not,
Do you know the person who owns it?
yeah.
It's right next door.
Yeah, I don't have a clue who that is.
And I'm not sure if there's we talked about the easement of the right of way.
It's an easement, he can, and we asked him, if it was described and it's not, so he
Yeah,
can.
and it's not, so
It's not, so he can move
pretty
it.
much move it wherever he wants.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's worthy of putting into anything.
Well, I
or
think
not.
it needs to be because, people will be looking at this to see. I mean, we're not voting on the abutter, but Mr. Stanhope has to, it's on his
He can't,
property.
right, he has to maintain access
Mm-hmm.
for the neighbor. I mean, he's fully aware of that, but I mean, I think it needs to be in the
Okay,
decision.
tell me the wording that you need to, that it should be in it.
That an equal or better
Right away.
driveway be constructed to replace the one that will be lost in construction. I don't think it can be downgraded. It has to be at least as good as he's got now.
That, the one
Has
that
to be
will
whatever's on
lost
the deed.
during construction.
You know, I don't know why, what was I say, just he can drive across.
Excuse me, Bob,
Yep, okay, just a minute.
Bob,
Okay,
did you say that a
It could
neighbor
only be on the
drives
deed that
over
it
to
says he
get
has an
into his
ingress and
lot?
egress. Doesn't
Yeah,
he?
you were 100% right, and maybe
I
not.
couldn't catch it over here.
So let me understand for everybody here that currently an abutter is using a driveway that's on Mr. Stanhope's property.
Correct.
That's correct.
And Mr. Stanhope will have to build an equal or better driveway to
If it's
replace.
moved. If it's moved.
Right, to replace the
replace
one
the
that will
one
be
lost.
lost to construction. I just wanna make sure that
If we can make him say better, it's gotta be equal.
Of equal
he
value.
can make it better if he wants, but it's gonna be equal.
Right,
yeah.
must be equal.
Yeah.
Could make him pave it.
Okay, I wasn't there, so I don't have it in my head, the physical.
Other than that, I didn't see any issues at all.
I think they all get along pretty well down there.
Yeah, I do too, but they might not, 20 years from now, and somebody else owns it.
Right, it's just good to have it in
Yes,
there.
yeah. Okay, we're on to B now. Traffic access to the site meets the standards contained in this ordinance, and traffic congestion has been addressed in accordance with performance standards in the ordinance, not applicable. C, the site design is in conformance with all municipal flood hazard protection regulations, and I believe that is true. His setbacks are what they should be from the pond and,
Yep.
okay.
So the answer is yes?
Yes. And at the end of every notice of decision, there's a standard couple of comments that go in that say that the person, the applicant has to, let me get it out here and read it. The applicant shall follow what has been voted and approved as presented. So he has to follow the plan that he presented to us and that we voted on, and any conditions that we put in. And then the second sentence is, no permit shall be issued until all conditions of this notice of decision have been met. And that's from our legal counsel, that those two sentences have to be added to every notice of decision. All right, we're on to D. The adequate provision for the disposal of all wastewater and solid waste has been made. I would say that's not applicable. E, adequate provision for the transportation, storage, and disposal of any hazardous materials have been made.
Actually, that does, the disposal in wastewater does apply.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay.
Because he's changing the septic
Right.
system.
Okay, so what should I say under that, under C?
He has
I mean,
to, he
under
has
D.
to upgrade his septic system, that's all.
Oh,
Would that take a new soil test?
I don't think he's had one done.
No, but it would take, he would have to do a new one?
I don't know, probably yes, because he's gonna move the septic design ahead.
Didn't he say he was adding a chamber to
Well,
it?
he's moving,
He's expanding the camp out, and the
he's
septic
moving the
system is in the way of the
existing one,
camp.
then he needs to add on to it, so he's gonna be in a totally different.
So he'd have to have a new design, so.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He'd have to have a new design.
and he would have to show the design to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to say has to show and get approval from the CEO for the new septic design. Is that okay with you? That meet everybody's, or should I word it differently?
I think it needs to say that he needs a new design from
Oh, has to show the
certified, right, from a
show
certified
the
septic
new-
designer.
septic design.
By a soil engineer.
Yeah, you don't want him just picking it up, moving it, and, I think that almost goes without saying, but it's another thing that needs to be.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows that anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure
but
he
it
does,
needs to
yeah.
be in the notice, so tell me
Yeah.
again.
yeah. And we talked about this at the
We
site.
did talk
Well,
about
I know,
it.
but I wasn't there, so tell me what you talked about.
What was
talking
gonna
about
happen
your
to the
walls.
septic system?
Yeah, okay,
And
so,
because he's adding on, basically where the new home, where the new portion is, will cover where the existing,
okay, but, so he has to show the new septic design.
Yep.
Designed by,
Designed by a registered,
soil engineer,
a registered
and,
soil.
and
Just a
and
new
I think,
soil design,
he needs to have that designed to accommodate 4 bedrooms.
Design shall be for 4 bedrooms. You get that, Donna?
I got it, yeah.
All right, so now we go on to E. Is there anything else? Okay. Adequate provision for the transportation, storage, and disposal of any hazardous materials has been made. It's not applicable. F, a stormwater drainage
Did you say
system.
not applicable?
No.
Thank you.
G, adequate provisions to control soil erosion and sedimentation have been made. So under that one, the CEO has to approve the,
Yep. Erosion control during and after construction, actually, wouldn't it be?
okay.
George, did you skip F? We just you just
It's
answered.
not
G.
applicable.
Oh, not applicable?
So under G, adequate provisions to control soil erosion and sedimentation plan, I have CEO shall approve the soil erosion plan.
Erosion control.
Erosion, soil, yeah, soil erosion plan.
Yeah.
Okay. H, there is adequate water supply to meet the demands of the proposed use and for fire protection. Is he doing anything with the well?
He didn't have,
He's got the lake,
yeah, he didn't have a drill wall now.
I mean, but he has to have water for the house.
He does. And,
Pewaukee Lake.
Drinking water?
Oh, drinking water. I
This,
thought
yeah,
that-
H is water supply.
it was for fire and,
Proposed,
That's for
well, it
fire
says for the proposed use. To me, that says water supply, the proposed use is for a house and
for fire protection purposes.
and for fire, so it's for two purposes. In the way I read it, demands for the proposed use, which means water for flushing your toilets and drinking and taking a shower, and for fire protection purposes. We know he has it because of the lake for fire protection. Does he have a well to drink from? And
I presume he does.
He has, he does not have a drilled well there.
Yeah, it has a point, that's what he
He's
said.
got, right.
Right,
And
that's
he
what it
said
was.
that at some point, he may want to upgrade that to a drilled well.
Okay.
But I don't think he has plans to change that immediately.
Okay. All right, so the answer to that is yes, because he has an
Right,
existing.
yeah.
Okay, so the answer to H is yes.
Okay.
George, I didn't hear what you said about the stormwater drainage system. What did you say about that?
A stormwater drainage system meeting state standards shall be installed. I said not applicable.
I agree. I just wondered what you said. Okay.
So we're down to I.
Yep.
The provisions for buffer strips and on-site landscaping provide adequate protection to neighboring properties, including public areas, from detrimental features of the development such as noise, glare, fumes, dust, odor, adverse visual impact, and the like. And I don't think we need to put buffer strips in there, do we? I mean,
Craig, he needs to remove some trees there. Do they need to be replaced somewhere else on the property or no?
Basically, right in the 100-foot area, they would be if he's taken that, but I don't believe he's taken that. He's going to be well beyond that.
Okay.
okay,
Yep.
all righty. So the answer to I is yes, they have been there.
I don't think he's taken anything down to put the addition on the house. I don't know about the garage, but
The garage,
we talked about that. I don't
I
know.
think
Further
he's taken
back
a
from the
couple trees
lake.
back, but they said it's more than 100
Huge
feet.
trees that he didn't like.
there'll be
Yeah.
some trees for sure for the garage.
Yeah.
And then you've got the driveway access is probably gonna be, we talked about that too, there might be a couple more trees in that.
Smaller ones,
Yeah.
J, all performance standards in this ordinance applicable to the proposed use will be met, yes. K, the use will not result in unsafe or unhealthful conditions, correct, it will not. L, the use will not have an adverse impact on natural beauty, historic sites, or rare and irreplaceable natural areas, correct, it will not. So is there a motion to approve Mr. Stanhope's application for the additions to his lot and his home, as we've just described on Powell Lane,
I motion we accept Mr. Stanhope's.
that we approve it?
Approve it. Yeah, we already accepted it a while
I'll
ago.
second it.
And Bob seconded, Grace moved and Bob seconded approval. Okay, so Mr. Stanhope out there in TV land, all in favor, please. Thank you. Once again, the notice of decision will be written hopefully by the end of this week and it will be mailed to you. Okay. I think that's it.
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
Good time, Joyce.
You will notice that we have a new outline for the planning board's agenda. That's, it's much clearer and we're adding site walks to the bottom so that if we have any site walks, we can list them on, and this agenda will be posted on the webpage like it always is, and it will be posted on the bulletin board out here by the front office.
I took mine off the webpage. That's how I got mine.
Good, good. All righty, anything else? If not, excuse me. Is there a motion to adjourn?
What happened to the lunch wagon?
What?
What happened to the lunch wagon?
Oh,
I'd like to make a proposal if I could.
Oh, I'm sorry, Helen, please.
Oh, I knew I recognized that lady.
And you know, I have it right down here, Helen question mark. So you answered the
Can't
question.
remember the name. Helen?
Laura
You
Lee,
wanna know anything tonight, or
Laura Lee Meserve.
Ellen didn't wanna?
No, she said she will be back on the 15th.
So your name is
Laura Lee Meserve.
Laura Lee Meserve, and you're speaking for?
A-U-R-A.
Nope, I'm here to make a new proposal.
Okay, just hold on a minute, we have to get your name correct. Could you spell it, please?
Loralee.
2 words?
No, all one.
All one word.
Yep,
L-O-R-A-L-E-E.
yep.
Laura Lee.
And your last name again?
Meserve,
Reserve,
Meserve.
And this is not the lady that was at the last one.
and your street address, please.
29 Alec Drive in Standish, Maine.
Oh, okay, so so your proposal is?
Well, I would like to propose maybe a snack bar at Mama Deo's.
Have you spoken with the recreational?
I spoke to Madison. And I mentioned it to Jason Webster.
Yep.
And they suggested that I propose something to you here at the planning board.
Okay.
Because it is your decision.
Yep.
And I brought my granddaughters there, they live in Limington. I brought them there for years. And I spent time with them there. And I see people leaving the park to go and get food. And my granddaughters go to the camp there. And I've looked it over, and since last year, this was when this first came up. And I keep mentioning, I'm like, why isn't there a snack bar out there already? I was a lunch lady at the schools. And the camps are pretty much run, or everything's pretty much run the same as the schools. So I'm thinking the most cost-efficient way to do it is, I've done a little sketch here.
Can I ask a few questions first?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
So when you say a snack bar, what are you thinking for food?
Like burgers, hot dogs, sun butter and jelly, grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay, so this would be, are you thinking of this for a 7-day project? 7 days a week type thing?
As long as the camp is open, as long as
So
Mama
it
Day
would
was
be
open.
not just for the campers. One of my questions I don't know the answer to is, what do campers do for lunch now? Does
She
anybody
just
know?
said they go to the store and come back.
No, they bring their own.
People at the lake will
Yeah,
bring
two
their
different-
own,
two
or they'll
different
go to the store because you have grills there. But I don't
I'm
often.
talking about the campers.
The campers, they go down, my granddaughter brings her lunch.
Okay.
But they have field trips that they go on, they have activity programs, things that they do there.
So this would be an opportunity, if their moms wanted and dads wanted them to buy their lunch, they could.
Absolutely.
But, right,
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. And it would be, it could run the same way, so the kids are, so it's a healthy idea and it's run the same way as the schools. You could do the sun butter and jelly sandwich, you could do, pack it in the lunch, it could be vegetables, it could be freeze pop things, it could be almost the same idea. But there would be a kids menu, there could be the burgers and hot dogs for the adults. I'm thinking the most cost-efficient way is to get out of like a whole oven. You could do the flat griddle thing for the burgers or the quesadillas, you could do the hot dogs, the breakfast sandwiches, all on a flat griddle thing. Toast, you could do muffins when they come in early for breakfast. If the kids forgot their lunch at the camp, they could come over.
And you would do this on weekends when families are down there for the swimming and?
Oh, absolutely.
Non-campers.
I was thinking, I'm not sure what the hours are for the lake.
9 to 6, 7 days a week.
Nice, because I was thinking 8 to 4
When you talk
for a
about
snack bar.
the kid camps, that's only a piece of the action. The kids are there.
Yes.
But it's open to the public 7 days a week.
Yes.
9 to 6. And there's substantial public participation down there. A lot of people go to the beach there that don't even bring kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Would you
absolutely.
do this all in open air? You mean you'd have just a table or something, or?
Well, like I said, I did a few things because they already have
like the bathrooms here.
Yeah,
And I'm under the understanding that the picnic table with the gazebo over it is a party area.
It is,
Or known-
that,
known
that
as
is
a party
rented out.
area.
Yep.
So this would be the most cost-efficient way that I'm thinking, but a plan C would be to, buy a pre-made building. A portable building that could be put down there. If it doesn't work, it can be moved somewhere else and be used somewhere else for the town, so there's not a loss in it. So my first option was on the other side of the bathrooms to put a snack bar, because there's already electricity and water and stuff running through this area. Would be to put on the counters like a flat burner stove, stuff up here, storage underneath, serve on this side, and you still have half of the picnic table area covered if there was a party. And then you would have a party package with like burgers, hot dogs, things like that that you could do too. That would also benefit.
So have you shown this plan to Madison?
I've asked him about it, and he said that I would have to talk to somebody further about it. But he thought it would be a good idea, and that the word has been out, that's been discussed a little bit, but not into details.
Okay.
But I haven't went into it into degree with him yet, or anybody.
I think it's a great idea, but I think you're gonna have a problem putting it where you wanna put it because of the pavilion, the covered area. That is rented out quite regularly, as is that picnic area.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of seeing that as if you know how to get down to the pavilion, just before that, just on this side of the gate, the parking lot side of the gate. It's kind of where I see it, as being that way everybody's got access to you, but you're not taking up any.
What if she needs electricity?
Yeah.
You need electricity, that might be a problem. You might want to think about
you spend a
propane.
lot of time down there, Bob, you seem to know quite a bit about it, I don't get out there.
He works
In the
there.
summer.
Oh, you do, oh, okay, so you know.
Yes, he
down
works
there,
the
you
door,
say?
he works the gate,
He
yep.
works there in the summer.
And do you have a lot of parties there? Are there a lot of
You
parties?
know, it varies, it depends, sometimes yes, mostly on weekends. However, once the kids are out of school, it opens up, I mean, birthdays, you know, it gets rented out. That picnic area as well as the pavilion, both are two separate rental areas. It's not unusual to have them both rented out all at the same time.
Do they have a big enough budget to buy a building? I mean, would they have a?
Well, I don't think the town would buy a building for her personal use.
I think that's what you were implying, right? The town would buy the building.
Well, yeah, if this didn't work, because like my first one was to leave some party space to go between the two and to leave party space here. And then my second proposal was to use between the bathrooms and use the rest of the covered area to make the whole thing. And then you just do a pergola added onto that for the party sitting area.
I think what you need to do, this is personal opinion, others obviously can say what they think. I think you need to talk seriously with Madison. We don't have any objections necessarily.
Okay.
You would go through what is called the conditional use permit process, like we just did with these here. And you need to get a plan designed. I'm assuming the parking would be the same as what it is
Measurements, the
now.
whole thing,
But
yeah.
you need to really talk with Madison. He's the one who runs that. And find out what he envisions. From the point of view of the town purchasing a building, that adds a little different twist to it from my point of view. I don't frankly, once again, talk with Madison about that. I don't know that it would have to go before town meeting. It isn't something that you'd be able to do this
We would be
summer.
willing to raise money, to have bake-offs, to do things to raise money for anything that we could. Volunteers that could offer supplies or help build anything or whatnot. I mean, I'm sure you probably need certified people to do that.
You'd have to go through the code enforcement officer to be sure the building met whatever standards are applicable for that type of operation.
No, look at that bigger building anyway. What a pre-made building wouldn't cost, what, 4,000, 4,500, something?
Yep.
I would think
Doesn't the
So what-
state have to
all of
approve
that, yep.
the food?
So why don't you?
Bob's input would be good too, he works down there, he
Yeah,
knows what's going on.
Exactly,
And then I had a question.
sure.
Because I know Madison works at the rec and everything at HB Emory, that's where my granddaughter goes. I know that we have discussed a little bit about he has, a problem getting, people to deliver down there. That was a question before.
To deliver
Like product and stuff.
food, you mean, and
Yeah, maybe
napkins
it would
and-
be like the quantity or the route down, I'm really not sure what the issue
Oh,
was.
so you're saying that could be an issue with this particular project, getting things delivered?
Yes, so vendors, you know,
Vendors.
he was saying like vendors and stuff. So my suggestion also was, if it was any way possible of ordering food, like through the school program, through the summer program, and having it delivered at HB Emory, like the sun butter and jelly, that type thing,
I
to stay
have
on the same.
Absolutely no idea about
Okay.
that, do you, Bob?
Nope.
That's something you'd have to ask Madison.
Cause I said I would go to get a business membership at Sam's Club and get the stuff through Sam's Club and then do it there, and then you don't have to deal with the vendor and stuff, and you know what you're spending for your product and.
This would be run by Madison's group, by Madison, so we really need to you need to get his approval, his thoughts, his
You know,
recommendations.
even what I said is strictly my opinion. I mean,
Yep.
Madison runs the show. I have no say whatsoever.
Yep.
My first
But he-
opinion.
But I think I went to you and I asked you something about it, and then I asked the gentleman that runs the lake.
Yeah, that's, Mike, yeah.
Yep, I asked him,
A
and
couple that are on duty.
he was the one that told me to go to Madison
Yeah,
and
yeah.
run it by
So
Madison
we do.
first.
You know where Madison's office is?
I do not.
Okay, it's
at
in
the
the old town hall.
Oh, okay, then I do, yes.
It's right, you walk through the front door, it's right on the right-hand side.
Okay, yes, I know where it is, yep. Yeah, he's just a busy man,
Yes, he is.
so.
You might want to call him and find out when he's available, so save yourself.
Do you have a phone number for him?
I don't, but the ladies
Phone number.
Website should
On the
have it.
website.
on the website.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
all right,
so
awesome.
go ahead, Pete.
Quickly. Last meeting, the person that was here was talking about a lunch wagon.
Yeah, but that's entirely
Totally
different.
different.
That was Helen, she was
That was
here
Helen.
before, she
This
didn't
is
wanna
not-
wait.
Yeah, Helen left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is something different down at Moy-Medea.
Oh, completely, okay, I was getting confused.
I'm with you, I was confused too.
yeah. So I had hamburgers, hot dogs, grilled cheese, some butter and jelly, quesadillas. Quesadillas, very easy to make, very fast, they're healthy, you can make them any way. You know, they're better, storage than bread. Muffin, juices, cans, freeze pops on the hot days.
No
I mean, these
pizza?
are all the things the kids are gonna run for. And if you have paper products, you don't have to worry about dishes and whatnot. The stand-up refrigerator and freezer, compact ones are $250 a piece, 500. So I did a hot griddle, toaster, condiment package, which is like the mayo mustard packets. So you're not spending for that stuff. Refrigerator, freezer, microwave, and paper goods. Priced them all, and that's under $1,000.
So
Just for that.
So
So I-
I'm getting your thought is to have this be a town of Limington project, and you would be,
I would love to run it. I would help run it, I would help build it, I would help
okay.
do whatever I can for that. Absolutely. I would be able to spend the time with my grandchildren,
So
be
you're
able to
not
work.
proposing to run a business down there, your own business, you're.
Oh, no, I'm
you just wanna
proposing
work.
that you have a snack bar
Yeah, the town.
and benefit the town, benefit the camps, benefit the kids,
We're at the ball field.
benefit everything.
Yeah.
And
Yep, run it
Gotcha.
through Madison, see what he thinks, see if he wants to put it in his budget.
Okay.
For the next town meeting, which would be in March.
okay,
And then he would have to get select board approval for that as well, and the town manager, and see where it goes from there. And then if Madison and the town votes for it at a town meeting, then you'd have to go through the code enforcement, or the town would, Madison would go through the code enforcement officer to ensure the building is, and everything is built to And because it is the town, you would not have to come for a conditional use permit through the planning board. If in fact Madison gets it approved by the town. And the plan, it would have to have a designed plan for where the building is and where the, you know, the electrical outlets are and the disposal of the waste products and who's gonna clean it up, the mess and that kind of thing. So it's a fairly significant undertaking. I can see where it would be, people would probably like it.
Oh,
But
yes.
once again, it's whether the town is willing to pay for it or not.
Yes. Yep.
So,
Watchung Lake had one of those down there, and did very well when they were open.
Yep, I think what you would make on this and the impact that it would make for the people that are there and the camp and even people that don't live in your town.
right. Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
we have
I still buy the
people around
membership
town.
because of that, but knowing that I can't tell you how many times I sat there on the lake and the kids be screaming that they're hungry. And the parents not have something, them say, okay, well, let's go here and let's go there,
Right, they leave all the time and come back.
all the time.
Well, I think it's personally, I think it's a very good idea. And, you know, once again, it's just a process that has to be followed to make it come to fruition.
Yep,
Okay?
yep, I'm ready for it,
All righty.
absolutely.
So you go talk to Madison and the select board might even want to talk to you. I don't know, that's up to them. But the first step is Madison for sure.
Okay, so he's gonna be my best friend. All right. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
for coming in. I'm
Thank
sorry
you for
I
your time.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't know you were.
That's okay. It was nice to meet you.
Yes.
I'm Laura Lee.
Thanks, Laura.
Alrighty.
See you
Nice to
again.
meet you. Thank you for your time.
All righty.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And don't forget Pete down here.
I won't. I'm headed this way. Thank you very much.
So it sounds like you wouldn't be able to do it this summer if you have to get all those approvals.
It couldn't be done this summer.
Well, no. Well, what I'm thinking is, you know, because it's such a process.
It is.
At least this summer, it could be worked out. That gives everybody not have to rush to
No,
do it, because
it
like I
has
said,
to
he's a
be-
busy person too.
I think it's a great
It's
idea.
got to be approved by the town
Yep.
meeting before anything can happen. for
And
the money.
hopefully by next year at this time and,
Or
you
if
know.
you wanted to put it before, you could talk to the select board about whether they would want to put it on a special town meeting in November that we have you, but that's up to them to decide, not us.
yeah, I'll go by Madison.
There's probably not much.
He's gonna be my best friend and I'll be pushing him around
March, because you
All right.
wouldn't open it
Okay,
till
thank
summer
you.
anyway.
All righty, now, is there a motion to adjourn?
Absolutely, I motion we adjourn.
Grace has made a motion.
No, nobody's listening to me.
Pete seconded it. All in favor?
Grace made an emotion. Who seconded it?
He sure did.
I would think finding a used food truck
Okay, well.